So you're telling me there's a chance? Okay, please Wrath of the Skies. If it's one time Wrath of the Skies, now's the time. If there's one time Wrath of the Skies, I'm like Heliod, the god of white cards. If there's one time, give me a Wrath of the Skies right now, Heliod, please. Give me a Wrath of the Skies, Heliod, and my life is yours. Give me a Wrath of the Skies, and my life is yours. Useless. Hello everyone, it's a favorite nighttime entertainer. I'm the Control Guy, and I'm back with another video for you guys. I do have to apologize for last week, where I only uploaded the set review. I wasn't home once again. Unfortunately, my situation's kind of busy right now because I'm preparing to move, and I have 2 jobs, and life is rough. So I'm like kind of going back and forth between 2 towns, so I'm not always home to record and edit. So that's why no real video for you guys last week. I tried to drop the set review so that there's at least some Control Guy for the people who can't sleep without my voice, which you don't exist, I know, but it's fine. Anyway, I'm back, and yeah, there should be at least 2 videos coming out in pretty close succession. Like, I can't promise anything, but should be like 3, 4, maybe 5 days in between them. If not, hey, nothing I can do. I'm a Control player, I take things slow. Anyway, let's get into today's video and see what we're playing today. Okay, so today, due to a request, not a request, I asked a question in one of my latest videos asking whether you guys are getting tired of the One Ring. And the One Ring is a really powerful magic card. It's just exactly what you want to be doing in Control. Not take damage for a turn and draw a lot of cards over the course of multiple turns. Indestructible artifact, it goes with your sweepers that destroy everything. It's really hard for your opponents to deal with, and just having multiple in the deck, just chaining them one after another. One ring, if you chain 1 ring straight up, that's not even the best way to play it, but if you just chain 1 rings, every ring will draw you 3 cards and prevent damage for a turn over the course of what? 6 turns? No, 4 turns. But whatever. It's just, I don't know. The One Ring is really powerful, and especially in Control, it's basically necessary. However, what does the Control deck look like if you don't want to play the One Ring, or if the One Ring gets banned, which it won't, but say it does, or like, I don't know, for some reason you just don't want to play it, okay? You don't want to abuse mana drain on the One Ring. So if you don't want to play the One Ring, obviously you need other powerful cards to make up for it. In this deck specifically, these cards are Jace the Mind Sculptor, Teferi Hero of Dominaria, and sneaky, she snuck in Bloomburrow, Elspeth Sun's Champion. With this effective Super Friends deck, we have 4 different Planeswalkers on different spots in the curve. We can literally go turn 3, turn 4, turn 5, turn 6 Planeswalker if we really wanted to. You can quickly outvalue your opponents. It's kind of like, instead of the One Ring just protecting you and drawing cards, these Planeswalkers will draw cards and eventually take over the game. And actually, fun fact, I actually prefer Teferi Hero of Dominaria in Control decks to the One Ring. The One Ring is just better. The cool thing about Teferi is obviously he only draws 1 card a turn, so he's doesn't ramp up card advantage like the One Ring, and he doesn't protect you from attackers like the One Ring does. However, the play of on my turn 3, I mana drain your 3-drop, then I play Teferi plus Teferi with a Mystic Sanctuary to put a Counterspell back on top, so I have the Counterspell in my hand, and then end step I untap two lands back up to like 3 or 4 mana. That's really good. I love that. So Teferi, in a way, he does protect itself by untapping your lands for removal and like maybe instant speed Wrath of the Skies or whatever. So yeah, this deck, again, as you can see, our sweeper of choice here is 3 Wrath of the Skies and 1 Supreme Verdict. The Supreme Verdict is only in the deck because it's, first of all, uncounterable, which can be relevant sometimes, but it pitches to both Subtlety and Solitude, which makes the first Supreme Verdict better than the 4th Wrath of the Skies. Also, we only have 2 to the narratives, so we can't actually generate as much energy. So yeah, that's pretty much the deck. We're back to Lórien Revealed. I said it also in a previous video. I miss Lórien Revealed. This card is really good, but in One Ring decks, it's just not worth it. Because you're never like, you don't need it in One Ring decks because you just have so many cards off of the ring and you just draw your lands by drawing cards. Whereas here, we can, I don't even think we're running too much of a low land count. Let me actually check. Yeah, 21 lands is medium in Timeless. I would recommend running 23 if you want to have a consistent deck in Control. Maybe even more if you don't have as many cantrips. We have 6 cantrips, so 23 should be fine. And Lórien Revealed, obviously. So in a way, we have 23 lands with Lóriens, right? But yeah, you can run lower land counts with Lórien Revealed, and it just makes your deck consistent if you don't play the One Ring. I still think you should be playing the One Ring, by the way. This is a good deck. I've playtested it. It's really good. But I still think the One Ring is stronger. Just take out the Teferis, take out the Elspeth, even though she's cute. Take out the Dig Through Times. Put in a One Ring. Put in 4 One Rings. It's just better. But yeah, Elspeth, what does she do? She makes 3 tokens on a plus. So she's growing and giving you a board presence, which is really good against all these weenie creature decks like that with Guide of Souls and Ocelot Pride and Ragava and all these little creatures. Obviously, Guide of Souls can grow when they have energy, but like just having 3 blockers on the battlefield is really good. And eventually, she will also just win you the game with combat damage by giving your creatures +2/+2 and flying. When you have a bunch of 1/1s and you just make everything into 3/3s with flying, your opponent dies very quickly. And this buff doesn't just apply to tokens; it applies to your solitudes and subtleties as well. So that's really good. Another way we can win is just Subtlety and Solitude with Kaheera. Making 4/4 Vigilance and 4/3 Vigilant Lifelink creatures is just really good. And other than that, we just use Mystic Sanctuary to loop our instant sorceries over and over and over and over again until our opponent gives up and just wants to die. Teferi, obviously, ultimating is broken. We have Brainstorm, Lórien Revealed, and Jace to draw 3 cards with his ultimate, which effectively just exiles your opponent's entire board. Jace ultimate is also insane. Basically just builds your opponent out instantly, and manipulating the top of their deck obviously is super broken. The good old speech, you all know it. If your opponent with Jace tells you can keep that card on top, you've basically lost. Teferi, this guy doesn't have a win con on his own, but he's just there to stop all the instant speed shenanigans. He stops Beseech the Mirror with Bargain, he stops Amped Raptor, he stops Aetherworks Marvel, he stops all sorts of cards that put things on the stack, and obviously in Control Mirrors, in the Jeskai matchup, for example, he stops counterspells, and being able to stop counterspells and ram your big threats in is really powerful. This deck is mostly looking to remove creatures in the early game. You always have to make good decisions on what to wrath and what to remove. You don't have Leyline Bindings, you don't have Prismatic Endings, you don't have like Path of Exiles. Your only real good 1-mana removal spell, 1/4 removal spell is Source to Plowshares. The other removal spells are Solitude, which are way more expensive and make you go down a card if you have to use it. You can use it, but it's risky. Wouldn't recommend over Solituding. We have no way of really shuffling our graveyard back into our library apart from Mystic Sanctuary, so this is the cards we have to win with. But among our Planeswalkers, we just have a lot of ways to win. Basically this deck is looking to just remove some creatures, counter some spells, dig through time on end step to gain card advantage, and just mana drain into Elspeth. That's basically the deck. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. You all know the thing, you know the drill, you know the YouTuber things that I have to do to grow my channel. I'll see you guys in the games. Peace. Alright. This deck hasn't been treating me well. This hand is really awkward. This is a horrible hand. I don't think I can keep it. If I had a white card, it would be playable, but opponent goes first and I have an all counter spells and a tapped land. I don't think I can keep this. It's not worth it. Mulligan. And it proceeds to give me another all blue spells and a Solitude and tapped land. I think I have to keep 6. I'm not going down to 5. This is not worth it. Terrible hand. Mystic Sanctuary is so awful when it's in your opening hand. It's so terrible in your opening hand. It's really good in your... Okay, I'll take that. Mystic Sanctuary is great in your deck. It's horrendous in your opening hand. Anyway, we're playing against Show and Tell, so let's see what they can do. We can't actually we can't put anything in that beats a Show and Tell. The only thing we can really do is put Show and counter it. That's basically what we can do. So let's fetch here. Our life total doesn't matter because we're playing against Show and Tell. Let's Brainstorm in response to the Thoughtseize. Teferi. Let's put Teferi Counterspell. No, wait. Fudge, that was not good. Because these are tapped. So we're deterministically not going to be able to Teferi even if we mana... No. If we mana drain a 3-drop, we can. Yeah, okay, that's fine. It's fine. If we mana drain a 3-drop, it's fine. We can do it. If we mana drain their show and tell, we can Teferi afterwards. That's okay. They probably take Subtlety here. It's my only free interaction. Why would they take Solitude, right? Solitude is just worse than Subtlety. I can actually pitch Subtlety here, and Subtlety can mess up a line when they have show and tell by Subtletying Atraxa. So they really shouldn't take Solitude here. Oh yeah, Day Through Time obviously is also okay. That's also a good take, I guess. Pass the turn, bro. Alright. Shocking this. They might think I'm shocking this in because I want them to think that I'm bluffing. I want them to think that I'm bluffing. And just go for it. If they just go for it and we mana drain it and then Teferi, that would be pretty good. Yep. The turn. Brainstorm. So they're not going for it this turn. That's fine by me. I'm gonna obviously have to play this tapped. The next Sanctuary will be untapped. I think that just puts a Brainstorm on top. So I can sculpt my hand a little bit. This Solitude isn't great in the matchup. Like, even if I put it in off of Show and Tell and they put in an Atraxa, they still draw the cards and gain 7 life, so that's not even good. My turn. They tap Sanctuary. Pass a turn. Unless they go for a Show and Tell now. If they go for a Thoughtseize, I lose pretty much. If they go for a Thoughtseize, I do mana drain it. I do mana drain it if they go for a Thoughtseize, because then I can Subtlety and Atraxa if that's their win con. Really bad for me though, but let's see. Another Brainstorm. Did they miss a land drop? Did they miss a land drop? I think they did. No, then they didn't. They didn't. They're going into their turn. They'll have 4 mana on their turn. Okay. 4 cards in hand. Gonna redraw both of those Brainstorm cards, probably. Land. Thoughtseize, Show and Tell, Omniscience, Atraxa. That would be pretty bad for us. If those are the exact cards he has. Shock. Fetch. Well, fetch. We don't know if they're shocking yet. They'd have to have exactly, like, Show and Tell, Veil of Summer or Thoughtseize, Omniscience, and Atraxa for this to be good. I get 1 random draw, and then I'm probably going to put a Brainstorm on top. Probably. If I draw a fetch land, I think I'll play the fetch land, because it's better to just get a Surveyor land than put Brainstorm on top. Brainstorm is only okay to put back with Mystic Sanctuary, because it gets you 2 more looks at a new card when you draw. Dig Through Time. So if I counter this, I get like a gajillion mana. I think that's worth it. Let's see if we're the Counterspell build of this deck. If I counter this, I can keep them behind. Let's hope that they... Like, even if they fight over this... Okay, they're not fighting over it. I get like 10 million mana. This is big brain, trust me. Alright, I draw a card. I get 10 quintillion mana. I play a land. I could put Dig Through Time on top, but I'm gonna put Mana Drain on top here. Just guarantee it, you know. I play Teferi. I could have put Dig Through Time on top, because I would have been able to dig. with after Teferi, right? But I think it's better to just put Mana Drain on top. Just, it's not even a waste of mana because I get Kaheera here. Hell, I can even... Oh, I can't play Kaheera because I don't have double white. Okay, that's okay. They know about Subtlety. Subtlety isn't even a bluff. If I play Subtlety now, I can have Subtlety and Mana Drain. If I play Subtlety on their end step, I have to have Subtlety or Mana Drain. So I think I play Subtlety. I think it's worth. Like, if... Yeah, okay, good. If they're on a Spell Pierce build, I can get punished here, but they're not. I've seen Born Upon a Wind. They're not on a Spell Pierce build of this deck. They're on the just classic, tried and true Show and Tell deck. Yeah, that was a very ballsy mana drain on their dig through time. It's not always correct to counter their card advantage spells, but in that situation, I realized that they're on 3 cards in hand. Their cards would have to be exactly Show and Tell, Omniscience, Attraction to punish me. That's super unlikely. So that's why I'm going to counter that, get a lot of mana, resolve my Teferi, put the cancel back on top and draw it, and untap 2 lands. If this was the One Ring, I probably would have done the same because I would have gotten like all of that mana. But yeah, the play of countering their card advantage when they're low on cards and I can put an engine into play that gets me back my counterspell, just kind of like understanding where they're weak. Like, yeah, that's like what I did there. It's like when you've played a lot of control, you kind of get the feeling for it. It's a lot of trial and error. You're gonna counter this, and then next turn they're just gonna untap and slam their combo on you with Veil of Summer back up, and you're gonna cry. But like, trust me, like, you get there. It's like, that was a really risky decision, but if it works, it's really worth it. So that's why I did it. Anyway, let's go to the next game. Alright, we have another really awkward hand because for some reason I can only draw my tap lands in my opening hand and can never find either Swords to Plowshares or a Solitude with a white card. And my opponents are always going first. This hand I think is just unkeepable. It's just too slow for opponents going first. I have a mana drain, yeah, but like, what if they just slam a Ragavan on turn 1? I just lose. So it's mulligan. This hand at least has a Solitude, but its lands are terrible. But I think I have to keep it because I can't go lower than... I just can't go lower than this. Does Wrath of the Skies go away here or Solitude? It doesn't really matter because I'm going to pitch the Solitude anyway. But I think I'd rather have... Yeah, I'd rather have a Solitude in my deck than a Wrath, I guess. Against Izzet. Okay, cool. They mulliganed as well, which is fair enough. But like, it's tilting that we just can't get a good opening hand. Do I just play this and get a land with this? I think so, because I can't have turn 2 mana drain anyway. Say I draw a mana drain and I played this, it's tapped, and I have to get a blue land, so I wouldn't have mana drain available. So if I just get the blue land on their end step, it's slightly more optimal. Yeah. Unfortunate, but that's just how life is sometimes. Let's get untapped blue. Flooded Strand, Thundering Falls. This could be Jeskai Control. Okay, interesting. Playing against Jeskai Control. Oh wow, they play Doomscar. Interesting. I've played Doomscar on Timeless. It's not horrible. It's counterable though, so I prefer Supreme Verdict. And Wrath of the Skies is probably better. Playing a Plains. And they just slam Teferi. Like, I guess Plains is like just a weak start. I'm so dead in this matchup right now. I'm so dead, dude. I'm so dead, dude. I don't even have an answer to a Planeswalker in this deck. This deck is so weak to like people just ballsing out Planeswalkers. Yeah, kids, this is why the One Ring is good, because when you're not playing the One Ring and you actually care about your colors, you can't just play Leyline Binding carelessly. I think I have to Brainstorm here. Oh my god. Woo! Upside, baby! Upside! Let's go! We're not drawing well for the next couple turns, but I think this is just the play. I could pitch Jace. Jace is a good play though. No, I pitched Jace for sure. I need this to find a fetch land and a counterspell. Upside, baby. But yeah, I'm saying the One Ring is good because like just like when you have late game binding mana, you can still cast the One Ring. So like it's just so much better than playing whatever the hell I'm doing right now. Alright, let's put away this and this. Teferi is resolving here, but that's okay. At least it's a turn later. Teferi resolving is sketchy as hell for me. Because I have no removal for him. I have to like, I don't know. I don't know what this card has to be on top here, but there's really nothing I can do about Teferi. Like I have to attack it with creatures, which just isn't happening. Yeah, you're a turn early. Might as well just graveyard that. My own Teferi would be good, but that's too much to ask. Yeah, I'm gonna have to just hard cast Solitude next turn and hope nothing bad happens to me, but Teferi resolving is really bad for me. Alright, they just put a Flashstone in the graveyard here? No, they kept on top. That's even worse. Oh, I'm so dead. They just YOLO slammed the Teferi. That's so ballsy, but it's so good for them here. I can just try to Lórien Revealed. They only have 2 blue mana. So I can try to Solitude, but Solitude is my answer to... Yeah, I'm just Lórien Revealing, right? Is there anything I want to put on top? Lórien Revealed, put on top Lórien Revealed, and then Lórien Revealed. That sounds really good. Lórien, put on top Lórien, and then just Lórien. Because we're playing tap out magic now, because they have a Teferi. They're not countering our spells, I'm not countering their spells, so everyone's just gonna, like, just be stupid and play with it. Well, they can counter our spells, but we just have to pray they don't. That's literally all we can do. Freaking Kelim. That is really interesting. That's a really interesting play. I mean, they just discarded a card. Or 2. That's interesting. But that does to board wipes. Wait, no, you draw a card. That was just a cantrip. That's pretty cool. Here's the Flage. Not too scared of that though. Let's see if they tap out here. Yeah, so unfortunately for me, Elspeth isn't gonna resolve here. Which sucks. Having red in your deck as well, a Galvanic Discharge here kills the Teferi. Yeah, we might need to rethink this deck. We might need, like, Get Lost or something. I'm so tempted to just slam Elspeth. That's, like, the best play. The highest upside. They didn't count on my Lórien Revealed. They have 3 cards in hand. I think I'm gonna go for it. Because I just lose anyway if I don't resolve Elspeth. If Elspeth doesn't resolve... Oh, here she is. Here she is. The Sun Lady. The Sun Lady has arrived. Here she is. Okay. That's good. They kind of have to board wipe here. Oh, they killed Teferi to bounce a token. Okay. That is really interesting. Do you have another Teferi? They killed Teferi to bounce a token? Wait. Are they throwing this lead? They're so ahead here. Are they throwing right now? They had Flage. They might just throw here. This might just be a throw. They're gonna Flage. And maybe hit her. Wait, they might have just thrown. I mean, she might die here. Elspeth might die if they have like a Galvanic Discharge or something. They don't? Wait, they just threw the game. They just threw. That was just a throw. So I'm gonna now, my turn, not end step, in case they drew the counterspell. On my turn, actually, first of all, I'm gonna get my value out of Elspeth, so they can't just kill her. Then on my turn, so they can't have a counterspell, I'm gonna pitch Solitude to exile their Flage. They have the mana drain. I have the counterspell. Exile Flage. I'm gonna cycle this for a Mystic Sanctuary. Play it. Put mana drain on top. And while they definitely can't counter it, I go ahead. And dig through time into my mana drain. Mana drain. How many cards in graveyard? 2, so I can't go another dig through time. I'll get my own Teferi. Yeah, so they are now, like, they like just went from ahead to behind. They should not have killed their Teferi in the control matchup. I don't know what they're doing. Like, I don't even, like, I have to go back and watch the footage. I think I was maybe talking a little too tilted. They should not have done this. Do they have the backup counterspell? No, they don't, because they would have just countered earlier if they had that, so... And they shuffle away their Jhin? What is going on? Can they kill... What is this? What is this? Whenever a player casts a spell from their hand, that player exiles it, then exiles cards from the top of their library. Whenever a player casts a spell from their hand. Exiles it, then... Wait, what? Oh my god, my head. So, whenever a player casts a spell from their hand, that player exiles it, then exiles the cards from the top of their library until they exile a card that shares a card type with it. That player may cast that card without paying its mana cost, then put all cards exile possibilities on the bottom. Okay, so I plus here. I play Teferi. That gets exiled. Then I get another Planeswalker for free. I get Teferi. And now I plus because they can never actually resolve a spell for the rest of the game. They actually cannot play spells anymore. I cannot believe they threw that game. I cannot believe they threw that game. How? How did they throw that game? Oh my god, opponent. You had Flage. You had Teferi. How did you throw that? Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. How did I win that game, dude? How? I mean, Elspeth was nice that game. I mean, didn't do too much. She made a bunch of tokens, which is good. That's good. She ate a Flage hit as well. That's really good. Opponent, man. How did we lose that game? How? You can't lose this one, bro. You literally had me locked. The combo here, for anyone who doesn't understand, is that when this is on the battlefield and you control a Teferi Time Raveler, your opponent can't cast spells from their hand anymore. So what this card does, it replaces your spell with a different spell, which means it's putting a spell on the stack for you. You are not allowed to just put spells on the stack without casting them with Teferi, because that's instant speed. That's not sorcery speed. So now, because this effect though is symmetrical, I can lock him out of the game with my own Teferi, which I know I can get by casting the other Teferi that got put on the bottom of my library. I was either going to hit Jace or Teferi, which is all good, and then I can go again and hit either Jace or Teferi. Worst case, I end up tucking this thing. The absolute worst case, I get 2 Jaces. So I get to Brainstorm first and then do it again, right? That's the absolute worst case. I draw both my Jaces, which actually, is that even possible? That's not even possible, because I exiled the Jace in the early game. So I was guaranteed to either remove this with Big Teferi or lock them out of the game permanently with Small Teferi. So yeah, opponent, holy cow. How do you make that mistake of bouncing a token with Teferi when you have a Flage in the graveyard? You just plus Teferi there, cast Flage, kill one of the tokens, and then I can't really attack. I mean, I guess I can... Teferi would be at 4 loyalty, and Flage kill the token. Elspeth could have minus to kill the Flage, and then I attack Teferi for 2, but Teferi is still alive, and next turn you hit this bomb and I can't win the game anymore, right? You have a Flage attacking me, Elspeth can't plus enough, and Flage just kills Elspeth, right? So, also, that's actually really nice. I just realized, because you're casting Flage from the graveyard, it gets around this, so you can actually do this. That's a pretty cool one. I don't like it though. I don't think it's timeless viable, but it's a cool combo. But yeah, again, this is why it doesn't work, because I can just lock you out of playing the game. Anyway, that was sweet. I did not expect to win that one. Gotta go back and censor out all my swearing, but yeah, good game. Go next. Alright, can we have a good hand, be on the play, and not play against show and tell, please? You're on the play, our hand is mid, but it's okay. I'll keep it. Now, last thing, can we not play against Show and Tell, please? Please? One game, maybe? That would be nice. Get some variety in there for the team. Alright, enter. We have Lórien. Forest. Llanowar Elf. Okay. Is this just mono green elves? Is this natural order? What is this? Oh my god, dude. Mystic Sanctuary? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, dude? I'll take it. But I'm not going to use it right now. Let's bolt the bird. Let's bolt the bird. Let's play it safe. Allosaurus Shepherd. Okay. Another elf. Okay. I'm allowed to draw a card here. I don't have anything better to do, so I might as well brainstorm. Oh my god, so many bad cards. I have 2 fetch lands, so let's put both of these away, I suppose. Alright, here comes a natural order. Okay. So you're telling me there's a chance? Okay, please Wrath of the Skies. If it's one time Wrath of the Skies, now's the time. If there's one time Wrath of the Skies, I'm like Heliod, God of White cards. If there's one time, give me a Wrath of the Skies right now, Heliod, please. Give me a Wrath of the Skies, Heliod, and my life is yours. Give me a Wrath of the Skies, and my life is yours. Useless. Yes! Heliod, yes! Heliod! I beseech thee! Heliod, my king! Oh my god, they're in the Shadow Realm and they know it. They're in the Shadow Realm and they know it. It's over. Concede. They didn't concede, okay. Did I have to emote them? Oh, they're in the Shadow Realm. They're in hell right now. They're in their own personal hell. It's over for them. Do I even care? Do I even care to mana drain this? Like, at this point, it's just over, right? I suppose I can mana drain it, and then Jace them. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Do I let them keep this? Do I let them keep this? I think I put that on the bottom. It doesn't matter. I want them to draw lands. That's basically what I'm going after here. I just want them to draw lands. Like, say they like... Okay, sure. That's fine. That's fine. It doesn't matter. It's over. Because I have 4 Mystic Sanctuaries in my deck. Like, it's over, dude. Like, stop pretending. Let's stop playing pretend here. Let's just play Magic, okay? Exile my lands, exile Lórien, exile swords, exile Brainstorm. Let's stop playing pretend here and like play some actual Magic, okay? That is a fetch land. That's a Teferi, I suppose. Play. Oh my god, dude, okay. Okay, now we're just being mean. Like at this point, like Heliod, like now we're just being mean. Like, you didn't have to rub it in that they've lost. Like, Jesus Christ. Okay, I guess I'm praying to Heliod more often from now on when I need good cards. Like, Jesus. They're dead, by the way. Did I mention that they're dead? They're, like, dead, super dead, like, completely deceased. I could win. I could choose how I win that game. I can Jace ult them. I can Teferi ult them. They are dead. They're never drawing a relevant card for the rest of the game because their deck has no fetch lands. So I'm just controlling the top of the library. And, yeah, I'm just putting back mana drains on top here. And, like, it's just over. Oh my goodness. Heliod, the Sun Crowned. Oh my god. Oh my god. The clutch draw of Wrath of the Skies was clean. That was amazing. That was a nice little dopamine hit. Just putting a Poor little elf player in their place. Yeah, this is what I mean, right? Like, these decks, man. Like, the saddest part about this, do you want to hear the saddest part about this? I wouldn't blame them for playing the One Ring in their deck. Just play the One Ring. You can cost it. It's colorless. Just play it. Like, when you run out of gas, just have a One Ring. That's why the One Ring needs to be banned. Not because control is good with the One Ring, because shit decks are good with the One Ring. Shitty decks like Orzhov Scam, Rakdos Scam are able to play the One Ring and recuperate cards when they're out of gas. That's why the One Ring needs to be banned, not because of control. Control isn't the problem with the One Ring. The control decks have Dig Through Time and have other cards that will draw them cards. Like, that's not a problem. The problem is these decks that shouldn't be drawing cards and should just lose when they're behind can't get far ahead because of the One Ring. So yeah. More about that in the post-game chat. I'll see you guys right there after this. And we're back for the post-game chat. And as you might have heard in my voice during that last game, I was low-key a little bit tilted. I had played a couple games, you know. It's kind of late here. I'm trying to get this recording out so you can get a video from me. But I lost a couple of games, two actually to be exact. I lost a couple of games to Show and Tell, and a couple of games to bad decks in my opinion that are only good because they run the One Ring. Rakdos Scam, Orzhov Scam are bad decks. Okay, let's face reality. I don't like those decks. Those decks are bad. They're not bad because I don't like them. They're bad because in theory they do their thing on turn 1 and then you just draw Swords to Plowshares. This is a Swords to Plowshares format. In Modern, different story. In Timeless, we have swords. We have a lot of answers to a turn 1 Grief or an early Bowmaster. We have a bunch of answers to that. It's bad. It's only good because they will eventually top deck the One Ring after you tapped out to answer their threat and then refill their hand. So if the One Ring gets banned, it's not because of control, it's because of these decks, like mid-range decks, abusing it. And I think that the One Ring, in my opinion, is in a sense, it's a design mistake because it's colorless, not because of its text. I think if the One Ring was white, white, blue, blue, or for all I care, red, 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 I don't care what color they made it. If it was a single color, it would be horrendous, unplayable. But the fact that it's colorless, anyone can play it, that's what makes it broken. That's what made Karn the Great Creator broken. Obviously, theme-wise, in The Lord of the Rings, the One Ring is like this central piece of power or whatever. I didn't watch the whole thing, but you can't make it a color because it's like One Ring to rule them all. I get that. But at the same time, man, just make that thing 6 mana Wizards. Like, why is it 4 mana? Like, why can any deck that wants it just have it? You know what I mean? It's just, ugh. Whatever. Either way, this deck, still pretty powerful without the One Ring. Be careful if you're going to play this. You might want to change it a little bit. It's really, really, really weak to Shifting Woodlands. I had to learn that the hard way. We have no graveyard hate and no land hate. So if someone just is a graveyard combo deck, your only hope is counterspells. And Shifting Woodland gets around counterspells, so you're just dead. And even if you stop them on the turn, they turn their Shifting Woodland into an Omniscience. They just do it again the turn after, because Shifting Woodlands doesn't even sacrifice at the end of turn it does the effect. Really broken card, really cool combo card, but really good against us. So here, you just gotta be careful when you're playing this deck against that deck specifically. Other than that, when you're not playing the One Ring, you don't have that get out of jail free card, so you really have to, every card in your deck counts, every card matters, every choice matters in this, like, when you play this game. You can't just put it in off of a Show and Tell, you can't just, you know, have it as a value permanent, as a pseudo board wipe, because it fogs you for a turn and then draws your board wipe the turn after, because it draws 3 cards before your opponent's able to damage you, so that's pretty good. Other than that, man, I feel like this deck is good, but obviously the One Ring is better. So you should just be playing the One Ring if you have it crafted. If you hate it or think it's going to get banned, don't play it, I guess. But you're going to lose games. And in Timeless, it's not even going to get banned anyway. It's going to get restricted. If it does, you get your wildcards back, so you might as well play it. Like, that's the thing with Arena and Timeless. You might as well play the One Ring, even if you don't like it, because even if it gets restricted, you'll get your wildcards back, and you should probably still be playing that one copy. That's how broken the One Ring just is. It's that simple. And Timeless has been announced, there's not going to be any bans. If anything, there's going to be restrictions, and because you're allowed to choose the paper version over the alchemy version, they can't nerf things in Timeless either. So the One Ring is here to stay. Like it or hate it, it's here to stay. I personally think the One Ring is cool in control. I really like it. I really hate it in non-control decks, but there's nothing you can do about that. All you can do about that is have Pithing Needle effects, counter it, have Leyline Binding. That's all you can do about it. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. And before we end this video, let's open a quick pack. Alright, we got an MH3 pack right here. Let's see what we get. I have 4 rares and 1 mythic because I crafted Elspeth, obviously. I had to. But yeah, let's go. We got a rare, no mythic in this pack. Yikes, another stinker? Oh, hell no! Man, what are these packs, dude? I swear the last couple videos packs have been bad. Man, I'm sorry. I can't do it. Not in this. But honestly, if my luck lies in drawing good cards in the right situation, like that Wrath of the Skies, I'd rather have luck there than in pack luck. So yeah. Anyway, that's about it from me. Again, thank you guys for waiting for me with my uploads. Kind of busy in life right now. That's why I'm not uploading too much. But I really appreciate every single one of you viewing, commenting, liking, and subscribing. Good old YouTuber stuff. You know I have to do it. But that's about it. I'm the Control Guy, and I bid you all farewell. Peace.